Hi there, you're welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be learning advanced CSS. Can you see the effect? So I'm going to be teaching you how to get that done. Can you see it? Can you see it? You may want to add that to your website. So I'm going to be teaching you how to do that. And of course, for this toggle, this other toggle, we've done it already before. So if you have not seen it, let me show you. This is our channel. Come down to the video, then here can you see dark mode? So that's where that's where we did that. So if you have not seen it, please check that out. So let's get started with today. So excuse me, let me pause this. All right. Okay, so let's go to the Visual Studio Code. Here is the code. So what I did is to add in our mode. You get this on our GitHub repo. You can get that on the GitHub repo. So, all right, let me show you the GitHub repo account you should use. I think it should be in this repo. Let me check. Okay, not this repo. How to, yeah. So this is it. You can get that repo. You can download the repo there. So I'm going to be updating it after this tutorial to have this current one. What you just need to in the repo, you clone it. You have to fork it to your own GitHub account. Then you clone it, and don't forget to. Then when you clone it, you have to clone it on your system. Then check it out. So let's continue. Now what I do inside this repo, I added a picture. So can you see the picture by Spark ICT Hub Motivate? So that's our community. So you can get that. If you need the picture, you can get that in the community. You can get that in the community here. So can you see it? So you have a lot of pictures there. So you can get either one you want to use. So let's put this in mind. So transition and font. So let's go. Now I've added the picture already inside the same folder with the HTML. So let me close this. So this is the CSS and this. Now if you see in our, let me do this again, the content rather. Can you see this is the where we stopped at the toggle. So now the content, now what we do inside this div, we added image tag that enable us to add image to our website. So we have two attribute properties. So let me call this content image. So you will see if there is no image there to show you the alternate. Can you see we've not added anything yet? So now can you see we've not added anything yet? So inside the source, what you need to do, the name of the image, which is underscore spark 20. So that's why you're going to put inside the source attribute. Can you see? Put it that way. Then we go back to this underline here. So if we go back there, it's showing that it's not okay. The spelling is supposed to be space, according to, let's rename this. Let me change the names to just Spark, then Spark. So let's go back and see. Good. Can you see it occupies the whole screen? So I'm going to be commenting this out. Let me comment this out, then comment this on out as well. So I should show you where we started. So now you will see it's occupying the whole screen. So in order to get this image, this specific image in our CSS to style it, we need to give this HTML tag an attribute called class. Then that class we're going to call it, let's call it content underscore image, single underscore image. Okay, image. So in CSS it is called class selector. So to select that, we start with dot. So what's the name? Content underscore image. Then we put all the property we want. Let's first of all change the width to whatsoever we desire to put it to. That's 200 pixel. Can you see? It has reduced it, and automatically it will check the height. So let's just set the height to auto. So the height will change. As width changes, the height also will change. Okay, so let's continue. Then let's equally change the border radius. This corner, we want to bend it. So that's another advanced CSS property you use on your element, HTML element. So we call it border radius. So let's set it to 8 pixel. Let me use 1.5 rem. So 0.5 rem is equivalent to 8 pixel. So that since the intention is to enlarge the image, then when the image is enlarged, then we want the corner to enlarge in equal proportions to the width, to the new width and height. So currently now what we have done is the width and the height and the border radius. Now let's equally change the cursors to end. That's pointer, from arrow to pointer. So cursor behavior pointer. Let's go and see. Can you see? So nothing is yet to take place. Now what we want to do is to now add transitions to transform and transition. Transition properties. So we have done all of this already. Transition properties, you can see all of this one now. Now transition weight, we have two properties that we want to change: the weight of the image and the transform property of the image. So transition, so we can set the first property, the weight of the image. We want to set this to, let's say we want to double this. If this is 200, we want to change this to, let's say, times 3. That's 600 pixel. Then we can set the type. The type could be is, that's transition, is in out. So let's leave that. You can see nothing happened yet. So what we want to do is, when we hover on this, you should change the width to 600. So what we need to do, remove the 600 from the initial value. So initial value is 2 pixel. So it's when we now hover on top of that container image, we want it to hover as pseudocode. So we want to change the width to, say transition, excuse me. Now the width now is going to be 600. Can you see? We have assigned, we have linked this width to this, that when we hover on this image, you should change the width to 600 with this type of transition. Okay, that's transition property. With this trend of this transition, we want it to be like that. So if you go to display, can you see it increases it as we hover on the button on the image. It goes up and down, up and down. Can you see? However, it is too sharp. Can you see? The image is too sharp. We want some animation that it will be, growing gradually. So how to do that is to add transition delay. So let's give it a delay of 2 seconds. Delay of 2 seconds. Good. Let's see something. Delay 2 seconds. Delay is too sharp also. Let's reset it to 1. Let's see. Oh, that's the delay. Now, transition time also, that's duration. Transition duration 1 second. Let's see. Yes, you can see we only set it on, can you see? Transition duration is now 1 second. So instead of splitting it this way, you can equally add it at the back of the property, the transition property, and remove it here. We are setting all of these in the normal property, not when we hover. We only set the width when we hover on this, on the image. Okay. So let's go back again and see. Can you see? Put the cursor. Can you see? It moves in. Good. So the next property we want to set now is the transform. So transform, for us to set, so put comma. So comma, the property I'm setting that. Okay, let's close this let's expand this so as to see what I'm doing. So just put comma to separate. You can add more than one transition properties. So let's say comma, then we put transform 1 second is in out. So let's put it in the over. Now you see nothing happens actually. So transform, change the angle of the image. Okay, so let's say transform, can you see all the property you can use? So I'm going to be using rotate to 360 degree. Okay, degree, that's it, 360 degrees. So let's see what will happen. Can you see? It goes back. So let's set the time also, the duration time, to 2 seconds for it to be more. Let's refresh it. Can you see? Can you see that? Okay, now let's increase the time, the duration time for the width as well. Let's see what will happen. Good. So that is how to that's an advanced CSS, how to add animations to our website, not making it in a normal website, but now we are adding some animations to our website. So congratulations. So I'm going to be uploading this now. All right.